Welcome back to another episode of Ghost Mysteries. I am your host, Stephen Ginterclay, and welcome to season 1 of Ghost Mysteries. So, gosh, I think I already made what, 17 videos my first season, which I started doing, uh, I started my channel way back last year in September of 2020. And I will add the continuance, the to be continued of part two of investigating out in the desert, which I didn't do that yet, but I'm gonna do it sometime. It's just me continuing my investigation out there, and I am very happy to be keeping my channel going. Um, and Yeah, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm probably going to keep on doing like many until and basically until like I move on, uh probably until I like pass away sometime in the future. But for my whole life I'm gonna keep my channel going. Like I'm planning on being an actual paranormal investigator for real, but hopefully once I find something to do in uh in my life, I'm gonna just like ravel up my own team of investigators and go out and actually shoot stuff. But today I am this live stream is going to be season 2, episode 1, The Haunting of Ford's Theater. Now everyone already I bet a lot of people know about Ford's Theater, which is located in Washington DC, and that um it's actually the place where our 16th president of the United States, Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, was assassinated by the assassin and famous one of the most famous actors in American history, John Wilkes Booth, which back in April of 1865, uh, Booth ended up tricking someone to like watch his horse so he can like go in and basically sneak into the presidential booth where President Lincoln and Mary Todd, his the former first lady today, if like they were still alive, which I would call them former president, former lady, but the thing is, um, he ended up going, he ended up like slowly walking up the stairs to, and I'm not getting this from the internet. I basically know a whole lot about this story, but he ended up sneaking up to the steps of to like where the presidential box where Lincoln and Mary were sitting, and he ended up like he no one really noticed him really. Like he was basically best known to everyone as far as I heard from other people. And I even looked a lot of this information up, and like I looked it up on the internet also. But once, so when the crowd laughed um, and of course I got this from a video on YouTube, and he ended up waited basically until the crowd was just busting up in like laughter. That's what I was looking for. And he ended up like drawing out his gun, I don't remember what gun it was, but decided to just, like, he was, I think, farther away from President Lincoln, and he just drew his gun towards the back of President Lincoln's head and fired 1 bullet back in the back of his head, and, yeah, like, that caused, President Lincoln to be unconscious, and he, like, I think he ended up falling onto the flight unconscious in his, chair, up in the presidential booth. So, yeah, um, that caused a lot right there. Then, like, at first, everyone, the whole, audience, everyone that was watching the show, um, I think it was called The American Cousin. Um, yeah, and, Washington, DC, which today the government is wanting to make sure that, a lot of people want, Washington, DC to be a state, today, which would be the 51st state. But back then, it wasn't really anything. Like, the whole country was, different back then. So, today, like, you can go and visit, the, museum, but not Lincoln, but, Booth ended up, like, one of the guards that was, like, near, like, the president and all, saw Booth, and, Booth, took out a knife and, ended up stabbing the, soldier or guard in the arm, and that caused, him to be wounded, and then Booth, jumped from the um, and then landed on the, well, as far as I know, the spur on his boot ended up, getting caught on, like, the, banner, like, one of those, banners, that's usually on top of like, um, a famous seating where someone's sitting, like an important person, like, there was a banner covering, like, the presidential, booth, like, toward the bottom. So he, ended up, uh once that happened, he landed on the stage, like, basically, like, injuring his ankle or leg, he uh, because he fell, like, I don't know, 6 feet down or so, probably more than that. I'm just telling you what I know, and, then once he landed, he all said or Tyrannus, I don't know how to pronounce it, and he said it loudly enough, and, like, everyone totally thought that, like, that what happened that night was part of the play, but it wasn't. After, like, Mary, said, "The president has been, killed, like, assassinated," then everyone started, going after Booth and hunting him down, but, after he landed and said his famous words, he then left, and, escaped his horse on horseback, and ended up, escaping into the forest, and then everyone, started, after they noticed what happened to President Lincoln, they all started hunting him down, and the thing is, decided to hide inside a barn, and of course, Booth got, murdered, killed, because the people that were hunting him down found out where he was. They found him and decided to, burn down. And he, I'm thinking they like threw, like, fiery sticks in, like, into the windows. basically busting them. And yeah, um, so yeah, Booth was he, he was like burned alive basically. That's what it was. So like why did he want to assassinate Lincoln in the first place? Well, the thing is the North side of the Civil War won the battle, and um, Booth was part of the Southern, which supported slavery uh, in like back then. Like the thing is, if the South would have won, slavery would still exist. Heck no, not me. Uh, and the thing is that the North wanted to end slavery. So the thing is that Fredericksburg, one of the uh, battles that the South ended up winning, because the thing is that before then, the North didn't have as much soldiers. A lot of the North soldiers ended up dying in the Civil War. So the thing is that they decided to hire some more, like I don't know, free black slaves. So a lot of those men ended up coming and worked and provided supplies for the North. So what happened was that they ended up well there was basically a lot of soldiers that entered the war to like help out to help the north side win the war. Like no one wanted slavery, and especially Lincoln. One of the things that he wanted to do as president was prevent he wanted to prevent like from leaving the union, that because the states like they wanted to form their own country, like their own government and all of that. So Lincoln influenced them to like no, you're not going to form another country or anything. You're going to stay in you're going to stay in like our country, the United States. So if it weren't for that, though like those states would like not be here basically. So that's basically what they ended up doing. And heck heck yeah, like the North ended up winning. No slavery today. Who can imagine today with slavery? So that's what happened. And yeah, like um basically Booth was so angry that the North won because he supported like the South. He basically like I don't know wanted slavery to still be, and yeah, Booth was a pretty famous man. He was an actor. He'd been in a lot of plays, but the thing is like he was thinking like, I don't like what's happening, so I'm gonna go and sneak into Forest Theater and shoot the president. And one single bullet, he did that. So like basically he was happy with himself because he killed the president, and like after that like Andrew Johnson, Lincoln's vice president, ended up taking over, took the oath of office, blah blah blah. And the thing is that that's it's said that Booth still haunts Fort Theater today, and that he's seen um like sneaking into Forest Theater, and people today still hear like the sounds of gunshots, and they still see Booth's apparition and all. Him sneaking into like the stage, the presidential booth, assassinating Lincoln, and that's how it is. Is like he he was a very evil man. Like he was known to a lot of people, but he was like not the very nicest man. Basically, like I wouldn't want to meet this guy if I were anyone. Like that's basically what people do. Like this whole country, like there's evil and there's good, but the thing is that there's still a lot of stuff going on in this country. So like because my channel is about like the mysteries of the paranormal, so I'm gonna basically ask this question because it's related to like my channel history of the haunting. Like, why do these spirits haunt Forest Theater? Well, because they want help, and it's like I'm thinking that Booth wants to show people what he did, and like President Lincoln wants to show people what happened to him, like, I don't know, 300 years ago or so. Like, this happened in 1865, everyone. Like, what else could be the mystery of Ford's Theater? Like, after the assassination, Ford's Theater was closed down, and then it reopened, like, say, years later, like I'm thinking somewhere in the 1900s. So like yeah, like the only mystery that could be explained is that these spirits like they're still out, they're like all trying to get help. And also as far as I one of the books that I read um Tragic Theaters which shows a bunch of haunted theaters is that people also like see and hear Mary all saying the president has been assassinated. Well, because he is. Like it's like when John Wilkes Booth's spirit all shows up to the theater. He it's like he's trying to reenact the whole tragic loss and the tragic event that happened in 1865. He is he's all wanting to just show people what happened, and like I'm thinking that the theater got redone, and yeah, like the whole uh the whole theater just like closed, but there's still exhibits today. There's even the jacket of the Lincoln wore on the night of the assassination, and it's displayed there. And of course, the gun that Wilkes, that John Wilkes Booth, used to shoot him is displayed there also. And a lot of people can still go to the theater and visit. Like I said, um, visitors like they hear footsteps, they hear like the gunshots. They can like I'm thinking they also see like the whole audience like being there, like the whole tragic event that happened is still taking place there. So like there's a whole mystery to the theater. There's a whole mystery to what happened like possibly what 306 years ago, probably more than that. So yeah, like I'll read a little bit of what happened there also. Just give me a minute. So yeah, Forest Theater is a theater located in Washington D.C., which opened in August 1863. It is famous for being the site of the assassination of United States President Abraham Lincoln, which I said. I thought it was April 14th. Okay. On April 14th, 1865, the theater was later used as a warehouse and office building, and in 1893, part of it collapsed, causing 22 deaths. I did not know that. Can you sit in Lincoln's box at Ford's Theater? When patrons tour Ford's Theater today, they often wonder if they can sit where Lincoln once sat. Today, the presidential box is a museum space of its own, and none of the other theater boxes are used for event sitting either. Of course, what is the mystery of Ford's Theater? Washington, D.C., NRHP reference uh, number. Ford's Theater is a theater located in Washington, D.C., which opened in August 1863. It is famous for being the site of the assassination of United States President Abraham Lincoln on April 14th, 1865. So this is the whole mystery. On April 14th, 1865, just 5 days after General Lee surrender at Appomattox Courthouse, Lincoln and his wife attended a performance of Our American Cousin, okay, at Ford's Theater. The famous actor John Wilkes Booth, desperate to aid the dying Confederacy, made his way into the presidential box and shot Lincoln. Booth then jumped down to the stage and escaped through a rear door. This was witnessed by many, including 5-year-old Samuel J. Seymour, who lived to 1956, becoming the last witness to the Lincoln assassination. Following the assassination, the United States government appropriated the theater, with Congress paying Ford $88,000 in compensation, and an order was issued forever prohibiting its use as place of public amusement. So the whole mystery to this event was that President Lincoln was assassinated there, and he's trying to get people's attention by saying, "This is the place where I got killed, and I want to show you guys this." That's what I'm thinking. Thanks for watching season 2, episode 1 of my channel. Make sure to subscribe, and see you on the ghost trail. Hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will keep on doing these. Goodbye.